There we go. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, Facebook. This is the daily, the morning report from the Working Actor NYC. Get Instagram up and running. Come on, Instagram, you can do it. I believe in you. There we go. All right. Let's get TikTok in the house. Good morning, TikTok. You know that phrase, jack of all trades, master of none? I'm living a version of that right now. I feel like I'm doing 60% of 6 different things and 100% absolutely nothing. I'm starting to wonder whether occasionally that's enough. That's okay. It's really cool. Good morning. This is the daily, the morning report from Working Actor NYC. This is your spot for real life stories, strategies, and insights into the daily life of a working actor in New York City. And we are live on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram. We are live on TikTok. We are coming to you live from the Best Western, Kokomo, Indiana. And, that was a bit, sorry, I meant to fade that out. It was supposed to happen quite so abruptly. I am, right here in Indiana. We're here because my father-in-law's funeral is tomorrow. And obviously being present with the family is the priority. But life has not conveniently cleared everything else off of the calendar. I still have coaching clients that I need to stay in touch with. I need to rearrange those appointments. Good morning, Roselle. Good morning, Andrew. Good morning, Gas. Thank you for being here. This is the daily, the morning report from the Working Actor NYC. Let me know what you're working on in your acting careers today. I start a new job this week, so I have new hire paperwork that needs to be filled out. Those deadlines are today. So that new theater job starts. The daily content is still going out. There are things that I would normally be doing for my acting career that just aren't happening right now. And I feel like that's okay. Hello, UAE 51. Welcome back. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to you. Because I spend a lot of time talking about actors taking ownership of their careers, of taking ownership of their creative lives, and building their careers. So here's the complication in all of that. Yes, build the career, build the thing. Oh, Tara Dakadaran, I am not in my home right now. I am in a hotel in Indiana because I'm here for, tomorrow is my father-in-law's funeral. So we're here to celebrate the life of my father-in-law, Marvin Nicholson, rest in peace. So that is why we are in a different background today. But yeah, the complication, thank you, Cozy Boy. I appreciate it. He lived a wonderful, long 90 years and has an incredible family. And it's amazing to be able to spend some time together, even though it's under these circumstances, which we wouldn't necessarily love. Thank you, UAE. Dorino Champ, hi, how you doing? Welcome, thanks for being here. So, being here just complicates the career building, Yes, you still build the thing. You still take ownership. You don't sit around waiting for somebody else to make your career happen. And human beings don't operate at maximum capacity all the time. Sometimes circumstances determine what's possible. I talk all the time about building your career, but not every week of your life needs to be a building week. There are building weeks, there are maintenance weeks, and probably there are survival weeks as well. Oh, Dorino Champ, you know I'm not going to answer that. I'm alive. Hi, Gracie's old shop. Thanks for being here. Sometimes success is forward momentum, and sometimes success is simply not letting the important things fall apart while you deal with something more important. And, you know, the career will survive a week without my constant attention, you know? Uh, we had a great live podcast uh, over the weekend, and we talked about protecting your availability for hypothetical opportunities, right? We talked about that, you know, that you turned down the opportunity to go to the wedding back home because you think you have to be available for whatever opportunity is going to come up in your career. And we feel like we're always supposed to be doing something, right? Feel like we're always supposed to be, you know, submit, train, network, make content, update your materials, follow up, outreach, audition, create, stay visible. But if your career can't survive you taking your foot off the accelerator for a week, you haven't built a career, you've built a treadmill, you know? And taking your foot off the accelerator isn't the same as abandoning the car, right? I'm still meeting actual deadlines. I'm still serving existing clients. I'm preparing for an actual job and handling things that genuinely require handling. So I'm just distinguishing between what's essential and what's useful, right? So let me know for you guys, when life suddenly gets complicated, how do you decide what stays, what becomes the thing that you give your attention to? Let's see what's happening over on Yo PHIAO 2336. Good morning. Good morning, Rachel. Thank you for being here. This is the morning report from the Working Actor NYC, coming to you from the wilds of Indiana. Today, we are here for a funeral tomorrow, which is sad, but also important to acknowledge the people we love. So over on TikTok, when life becomes important, how do you decide becomes complicated? How do you decide what stays? How do you decide what's doing? Good morning, Gary. From Singapore. Oh, one of my favorite places in the world. One of my favorite places to eat. Is that bad and wrong? So, I mean, the current hierarchy that I'm working with is that the family and the funeral, that's immovable, right? That's the top of the pyramid. I do have new job paperwork deadlines that they also have to happen. I still have coaching clients, and those commitments matter a lot to me, but those appointments can move. Hello, Rose. Hello, Rennie. Good morning. The content can happen when there's room for it. That's something I can be flexible with. But the general career building, that can wait. Good morning, Lidahar. Those general career building things can wait. I did cancel. There was a panel that I wanted to go to tonight in New York City, but I'm going to have to catch up. I think they record those, so I think I'm going to catch up on that. Catch up on the recording of that sometime next week. But, you know, it's like figuring out for myself everything can be important without being urgent. And in fact, I posted some content. Thank you, Dark Lord. I posted some content about this today. If you check my feed, you'll see today's post. You know, this is another version of today's post, which is I'm learning not to confuse ambition with emergency. It's not everything has to be urgent, an emergency level action item. But there is also, thank you so much. Let me know what you're working on in your acting career. I want to know where you guys are. Good morning, Berdan. Thank you for being here. Let me know where you are and what you're working on in your acting career. Because I am experiencing some sort of, a little bit of sort of guilt about not being as productive as I normally am. Because I just sort of feel like I'm not doing a great job of anything. Am I actually doing anything badly? No. LV's from the Philippines. Thank you for being here. Berdan is the United States. Let me know what you're working on in your acting careers. Let me know what jobs you've given yourselves today. And then I'm sort of judging myself against what normal week Benjamin would be accomplishing. And those aren't the same standard. You know, maybe I'm not underperforming. Maybe I'm measuring myself against a capacity I simply don't have this week. You can't keep changing the circumstances without changing the expectations. The expectations can't stay the same under all circumstances. And this week I'm in circumstances which are unusual and different. So I do have to adjust my expectations to go along with that. I mean, the other thing about being together, for coming together as a family for this funeral, is that we are together. It's sad that we're here under these circumstances, but we are having meals together. We are sharing stories together and conversations together and laughing together. And, you know, those are moments that otherwise would not have happened. And that's part of real life too, right? I don't want to become so focused on getting back to my regular life that I'm missing the life that I'm in right now, because there is joy to be found in that as well, just in the joy of being together. And then in the middle of all of this, good morning, Afghan. In the middle of this, good morning, Miss Daisy. Oh, Anyen 99 is here. Good morning from Vietnam, I'm assuming. Is that where you're from, Viet? Anyen. In the middle of all of this, the post that I released yesterday is doing great. Good morning, Ice Cream Mandiril. Nice to meet you too. Miss Daisy's from Sydney. That's my home. Sydney, Australia is my home. It's where I spent the first 28 years of my life, and I miss it so much. Hi, Aries. Hi, Monica. Wow. But yeah, that was a little bit of joy this morning when I woke up and discovered that if you're enjoying this chat and this live, please hit the follow button. Come on back. I'm here every weekday morning at 8 a.m. To talk about the real life stories, the insights, the strategies of being a working actor in New York City. Good morning. Oh, you're traveling in Sydney. Oh, cool. Oh, well, I hope that you are enjoying it. I just think it's originally on. I'm from Sydney, Australia, but I now live in New York City. I'm currently in Indiana. Hi there, BML. Ice Cream Mandiri. Yes, I am from Australia. Sydney is home. Regina General is there from the Philippines. Thank you, BML. I appreciate that very much. Oh, and I got a gift. Oh, Moniko sent gifts. Thank you so much, Moniko. I really appreciate that. Gifts really help with the lives, keeping the channel afloat. So thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Those are a big help. Australia is a beautiful country to be a tourist in, and it's an amazing place to live as well. Oh, Sawadee Krap, Thailand, Pacha. Oh, thank you so much for the gifts. I appreciate it. And please hit the follow button so that you can come on back at 8 a.m. every morning and so that we can spend some more time together. I'll be here every morning at 8 a.m. So yeah, I was super excited to wake up this morning and discover that the post that I made yesterday about Adults, the comedy series, the FX comedy series on Hulu, and I made a post about it because they created a prequel episode at the behest of the head of FX, John Landgraf, the network chief, asked them to create a prequel episode because the very first scene of the original pilot was a scene that was turning some viewers off. And so I made a post about that yesterday, and it's doing really well. It's become one of my, it's a sort of little viral for me moment. Ice Cream Mandiri is from Indonesia and wants to tour Australia. Absolutely an excellent choice. Australians do it the other way around, of course, because we live in Australia and want to be tourists in Bali. In Jakarta, I had a good time in Jakarta. But yeah, TikTok and Instagram have both picked up the yesterday's post about Adults, and people are arguing about the show. Some are like, I love the show. I love this this crazy, kind of graphic, kind of gross opening scene. And some people are like, yep, I was one of the people who bailed. And then others are saying, I started with the prequel episode, and because I made it through the prequel episode, I was able to handle the kind of gross, kind of scene, kind of graphic scene that happened that's kicked off the original pilot episode. So it was super interesting to watch all of the comments back and forth that are happening on that video. It's exactly what the video, that kind of back and forth is exactly what the video was about. And I'm really watching an actual conversation develop around it. So please check that out, and please hit the follow button if you're ready for more. And I just want to say again, thank you so much for the gifts. They make such a big difference to helping this live and the channel stay afloat. So thank you very much for all of the gifts. I appreciate them. Good morning, Florida. Tenebro, good morning. Tamiris, thank you for being here. Let me check in over on, oh, hi, Devanandan. Thank you for being here. Let me know what you're working on in your acting career. Because all of that conversation, hey, Philippines, thank you for being here. All of that conversation that's happening on my video, or all of the conversation that's happening in the comments of that video, it just excites me because there's a ridiculous abundance of television viewing available, and getting people to have an opinion about it is so valuable. Obviously it's not scientific evidence of the show's viability, but that level of engagement and passionate response are just really good signals, and better than any sort of indifference. And I have a vested interest here in Adults because it remains firmly on my mental vision board. I am declaring my campaign right now and right here Benjamin for Billy's dad. I want to play Billy's dad on adults, and I'm starting that campaign now. So please drop a Benjamin for Billy's dad in the comments if you support my quest to make it onto the TV show Adults, the FX series on Hulu. Let's see where we are. Miss Daisy says, I love Westfield, Sydney. I've been there today. Very excited and stopped myself. Don't shopping. She can drop a lot of money at Westfield. Okay, here's a story. When I was a very, very young actor, one of the ways that I would make my performance money was performing in children's character shows at Westfield shopping centers throughout Sydney during the summer holidays. I was the singing, dancing host of Bugs Bunny shows, and they were all Warner Brothers characters. There were Batman and Robin shows, the Joker. It was just, that was the way. There were these 20-minute shows that featured, suited characters like Bugs Bunny. And that was how I made some of my money in my early days. Good morning, Regina from Philippines. Hi, Libra. Thank you for the follows. Oh, we got Malaysia in the house too. I was in Malaysia a couple of years ago. We went to Kuala Lumpur. We went up into the Cameron Highlands, to the tea plantation. So Rara, Humaira, I love your country, and we love the food. Hi, Lorna Vargas. Thank you for being here. See, I mean, even here I am in maintenance mode for the week, and I'm still I'm still campaigning for jobs that are on my vision board. Campaigning for jobs I haven't been offered. I sort of feel like I'm in a bit of a waiting pattern, waiting to get back into a regular life, but that's not entirely true because I haven't stepped out of my life. This is part of it. Maybe I don't need to get back on track. Maybe the track just looks different this week. There will be weeks for pushing. There will be weeks for building. And then there will be weeks when keeping the important things moving while being present for the people I love is enough. This is maintenance week. I'm going to let it be one. This is a maintenance week. All right, my friends, it is 8:23. We have a lot on the calendar today. Devon Undone, I have acted in short film and looking for more. Good job, Devon. Hi, Devon, I'm still here. Thank you for being here. Tell me more about this short film that you were in. Not recently, a year and a half ago, I shot a short film. And then this year, that short film was in the Tribeca Festival. So I got to attend Tribeca Festival. Our short film was one of, I think they said there were 5,000 short films were entered into Tribeca Festival, and they picked 82 or something. So that felt like a very exclusive club to be a part of. But that short film world is so exciting because I feel like there are no barriers, there are no boundaries. Like, people just create what they want to create, and I think that sort of creative level of activity is exciting. So I support you in your journey into the short film world. Oh, but you're working in IT. Good job, Devon. Well, I'm thrilled to hear that your creative life is thriving. Friends, thank you so much for all of the likes. Thank you so much for all of the follows. The follows really help me keep the channel alive. Tan Toi is here. Thank you for being here. Is that Vietnam? Is it Tan? Are you from Vietnam? Let's see. We got Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, Philippines, Thailand, Sydney, Australia. Where else are we coming from? Bogor, Xin Chao. Why did there's always some bot that asks me if it's Biggie or Tupac. Bahasa Indonesia, Holly. Ajid really wants me to read their comment, which means that they said something gross that I have to say out loud. Ah, Jawa, thank you. My English is so good because it is my first language. I'm actually originally from Australia, but I have lived in New York City for the last 26 years, 27 years. Wait, August. Oh my gosh. I arrived in New York City 27 years ago today. I think it's my, I think this is my anniversary. Gaza City. Yes, BML, I do have social media. This is where we are. This is TikTok. This is definitely social media. All right, friends. Thank you so much for all of the follows, for all of the likes, for all of the gifts. The gifts really help keep the channel alive. Thank you, Mary Jean. I appreciate that. My pleasure. Thank you for being here. And thanks for the repost. Thanks you for the sharing. All of those things really help keep the channel alive. I will be right back here tomorrow at 8 a.m. Oh, it's going to be a heavy day tomorrow, but I'm happy to spend the first half hour of it with you all. Thank you for being here. And remember, wherever you are in your acting career, you got this. Keep going. I'll see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. All right, friends. I will be right back here tomorrow at 8 a.m. Thanks for being here.